Welcome back to another Brian Reads the News segment. Today we're going to be taking a look at clshawkeye.press, the top 10 rap albums of 2024. This article is written by Ben Goldman, the editor-in-chief, published November 18th, 2024. Says, have you ever worried about the sheer number of rap albums? Too many to listen to? Have you ever felt like your music taste wasn't refined enough? I'm sure you have, dear reader. I, on the other hand, have not. For my music brain is so vast and so powerful that I am able to tell the precise, 100% accurate, very objective rating of a piece of music. This is not some subjective opinion like that of Antonio Fantano or other users of Album of the Year. No, this is the rating, the only one you need. Presented before you in easily digestible and fun to read fashion, I might add, is the true list of the best rap albums of 2024. My generosity is so boundless in sharing this with you that I even included some key reasons why each album is as good as it is, that you can barf up in a crude, primitive way in your little arguments about music. Now say thank you. At number 1 is Dark Times by Vince Staples. Vince Staples sounds beautiful throughout the course of Dark Times while displaying his best songwriting the whole time. A perfect mix of accessibility, themed, and sounds. Dark Times paints a picture of a young Vince Staples and the trying conditions he grew up in. Vince's singing voice is greatly improved and he sounds focused and powerful. You get as much out of this album as you want. If you're a surface level listener, it sounds great with some absolute bangers. But if you really want to dig deep, Vince is strong. There is a well-crafting, emotional, personal stories about growing up in North Long Beach. Best songs, Edo Effie, Black and Blue, Little Homies. What could be better? Nothing. If I had to get truly picky, I would have liked a big feature on it from someone such as Kendrick Lamar. Other than that, this is a nearly perfect album. At number 2 is Shadowbox by Mavi. Mavi's Shadowbox effortlessly captures and holds feelings of hopelessness and despair through personal stories about Mavi's life. He opens up about his drug abuse and depression, but crafts his stories in such a way that they never sound whiny. It's an extremely enjoyable experience through and through. Best songs, The Giver, Too Much, Tizel, Open Waters. What could be better? Some more energy. Mavi sounds tired at times, which is great for contributing to the dark mood, but sometimes it makes the album feel a bit boring. 1 or 2 more songs with the energy of Too Much, Tizel could have vaulted this album to number 1 on the list. At number 3 is Samurai by Lupe Fiasco. Lupe Fiasco shows up once again to remind us that he is one of the best rappers of all time. His technical skills really shine through on Samurai, a chilled out jazz rap album produced entirely by Lupe's longtime collaborator Soundtrack. On the surface, Samurai is a concept album about Amy Winehouse becoming a battle rapper, but it strays from that to just be more about Lupe's inner thoughts and concerns. The production is chilled out and Lupe absolutely glides over the beats, dropping amazing bars left and right. The album comes together so well and is the best technical album of the year. Best songs, Mumble Rap, Palaces, Till Eternity. What could be better? I would have liked the concept to be more fleshed out. It was somewhat there, but at times this album felt like it was lacking in an overarching theme. At number 4, we got Blue Lips by Schoolboy Q. Schoolboy Q is deep in his bag on Blue Lips, spazzing all over the tracks and dropping fire bars left and right. This album is full of bangers, but still has the cohesive element to make it a worthwhile listen straight through. Q's writing is phenomenal, and he contrasts the highs and lows of fame and fortune and shows multiple sides of his personality. Schoolboy Q has one of the best pens in the game, and this album is proof. Best songs, Yearn 101, Thank God for Me, and Ohio. What could be improved? Cut it down a little bit. 56 minutes of hard rapping and lyricism can be daunting, especially when there are hardly any easily accessible songs for those unfamiliar with Q, as he had in Oxymoron. At number 5, we have Scrapyard by Quadeca. Quadeca shows how much he has improved in such a short time on Scrapyard. Scrapyard bends genres so easily, and Quad sounds good both singing and rapping. The production is crazy, and lyrically it's very good as well. This is some of Quadeca's best writing to date. Best songs, Guess Who, Way Too Many Friends, Pretty Privilege. What could be better? You tried that thing where your human is not good. It doesn't sound good. The lyrics try too hard to be deep, and it is so long. Just cut that part out. At number 6, we have Chromacopia by Tyler, the Creator. Tyler, the Creator reaches back to his roots with Chromacopia. Tyler recaptures some of the Goblin era sound while keeping his more polished and more mature songwriting. This album does a great job of balancing bangers with deeply emotional introspective songs. Tyler has improved so much as a rapper, and it is shockingly obvious on this album. Best songs, Ra Ta Ta, Thought I Was Dead, and Hey Jane. What could be better? At times, Tyler, the Creator's ego gets the best of him. While he thinks he is making poignant points about some issue or another, he comes off as conceited and falls into cliche a little too often. At number 7 is Everybody Can't Go by Benny the Butcher. Classic Benny the Butcher, great songs about his wealth, coke dealing past, and status presented in creative ways over great production. Everybody Can't Go is nothing new for Benny, but it drew me in like no album of his has had before. It is so diverse and creative despite its single-minded purpose of bragging. Every song was something new, and the production on this album slaps. Grizzadella really was the best producers. Best songs, Buffalo Kitchen Club, Big Dog, Back Again. What could be better? I would love to see Benny explore his storytelling writing a little more on this project. His ability to craft tales of street life is so compelling. He really only has a couple moments of storytelling throughout the album, which misses out on a huge strength of Benny's artistry. At number 8, You Only Die Once by Freddie Gibbs. Freddie Gibbs advances his reputation of having one of the most consistent discographies in hip-hop with the release of You Only Die Once. This is a good Freddie Gibbs album. His bars are really solid as always, and he mixes up his flow super well, again as always. Freddie is such a good rapper, maybe the best at the moment, so there are hardly any misses on this album, and that trend continues here. I really enjoyed the devil character voiced by Slink Johnson, as I feel it adds a layer of complexity and theme, even if the album is not a full-on concept album. Overall, this is somewhat of a filler album for Freddie, but a good Freddie Gibbs album is better than most other rappers' best albums, so it lands in the top 100 anyways. Best songs, Cosmo Freestyle, Steel Doors, Walk It Off. What could be better? The production was okay, but sometimes when Freddie isn't collabing with a big name producer, his beat selection is just boring, and that is the case a few times on You Only Die Once. His rapping more than makes up for the beat selection though. At number 9, When Angels Cry by Jev. Call him a TikTok rapper all you want, there is no denying that Jeb is very skilled. He takes a lot of inspiration from Kendrick Lamar, and it is obvious in his music. However, he does a better job carving out his own style on When Angels Cry than he did on The Color Gray. It's all there on this album, the writing, the flows, the production, even some hints of an overarching concept or theme, something you won't see in a standard 22 22-year-old rapper's album. Jev is truly one of the best rappers of the new age, and it's time he gets his flowers. Best songs: Alice, The Killer She-Wolf, The Samurai's Monologue. What could be better? Sometimes he tries too hard to imitate Kendrick and ends up sounding like a fan doing a so-so impression. As good as Jev is, he cannot beat Kendrick Lamar. Finally, at number 10 is Almighty So Too by Chief Keef. Chief Keef proves he is still relevant and innovating in 2024 with the banging Almighty So Too. With his own booming, grandiose production behind him, Chief Keef brags all over Almighty So Too. This album feels like something that should be played from the top of a skyscraper. It is over the top, loud, and beautiful to listen to. This album both keeps Keef's signature early drill style while innovating enough to make it a refreshing and very fun listen. Best songs: Neff Numb, Jesus, Never Fly Here. What could have been better? At some points it feels like Keef forgets it is supposed to try on this album. He is supposed to try on this album. It would be nice if he made it a little tighter. CLS Hawkeye go on to put a few honorable mentions on the list here. They include Don't Trust You by Future and Metro Boomin, Hardstone Psycho by Don Trolliver, Mr. Ski by Le Trailer, King of Mischievous South Volume 2 by Denzel Curry, and Meet the Sixers by Big Exa Plug. So there you have it. Again, this is brought to us by clshawkeye.press. It says here, the Hawkeye, the student news site of Charlotte Latin School. So if you want to check this out, you can go up there and see the top 10 rap albums of 2024 according to them. A very nicely done article by Ben Goldman, the editor-in-chief. So well done, and thank you. If you guys enjoyed these best of articles, be sure to visit my YouTube channel, Brian Kingsbury on YouTube. We have 956 subscribers, trying to get to 1,000 and 4,000 hours so we can monetize the channel. So I thank you guys for watching this one to the very end. Please take a second to like the video, also subscribe, ring that notification bell. That way you'll be notified every time another one of these best of videos drop. Thanks again for watching this one to the very end. Again, I'm Brian Kingsbury. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.